Hello, my name is Henri, and on this video we are going to talk about some investing. We're going to cover up the France situation at the moment and why Macron is failing. Why the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, is failing in his job at the moment. And we are also covering up the predictions that I made from January 7th to January 11, 2019. So, welcome aboard. Okay, first I would like to mention that this is not investment advice, so make your decisions on your own and take the responsibility of your decisions. That way you will become a better investor in time. So, okay, let's look at what Macron is doing wrong in France. Well, first of all, Macron is the president of France, so he has to have the backing of people. But he does not. All of the polls at the moment are showing that people don't trust him. People have been for almost 3 months from this far protesting against Macron and his gang, his party, his politics. And Macron still doesn't get it. People do not want more things, more salaries and debates what Macron is offering them. People in France want their power back. But there's the problem. Macron does not want to give power to the people. He doesn't understand it. And when Macron is giving, okay, we're giving you a raise now for your salaries, like a 1% perhaps, but people are not happy with it. Some people are, but most people are not happy with it because those raises happen too late. Same thing happened with the debates. Macron is offering people in France a chance to debate, but people are not happy with it because it's too late. Too late for debating. Now it's action. People want their power back. People really want their power back in France. They want to make huge changes and Macron is not ready for it. And the third aspect is the bank run or the withdrawals. People try in France withdraw their money from the bank. That didn't happen just because the banks limited the withdrawals within 1 day when the bank run supposedly should happen to 150 euros per day with withdrawals. And some banks even declared that on that specific day, there were no money available to withdraw. So they limited the possibility. And banks and Macron think that this is a victory for them. But they don't really get it. It's about power. Now people don't have even power to withdraw their money from the bank. So people are protesting. They have no power. And if people have no power and they realize it in a mass scale, like there's one poll that suggests that there's a possibility that 70% of the people in France are backing up the yellow vests. So I think that is scary for Macron and his comrades, just because people are protesting there for so many weeks. And I think it's time for Macron to resign, because people don't trust him at all. Okay, so let's look at the predictions that I made. So I predicted that on this month, January to early February, we should have some sort of a crash. Just because the FANG stocks, like the Apples, Netflixes and Googles and Facebooks, they have some problems with regulation. And we have seen lots of news covering this already. So when these big stocks like Google, Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, these big companies, when they have similar problems at the same time, like in this case with regulation, it usually means that the whole stock market, the S&P 500, should drop. Just because they are the biggest part of this index. Okay, I made a prediction that S&P 500 would go down It was an up week. Then I made a prediction that oil would go down. It was an up week. I made a prediction that OMX Helsinki would go. That was an up week as well. So this prediction, what I made, did not really work as well as I assumed. Just because January in general, if you think about these, your year as a whole, and you think about it as when is the time when you are at your best level. For me, it's usually it's the spring and the summertime, and early fall, early autumn. But the winter time, especially this darkest month I live in the northern hemisphere in Finland, so it's quite dark here. So I'm not at best usually at winter time. Midwinter, that's not the best time for me. When it comes to everything, usually making predictions, doing a job, usually this is a good time for rest. And everyone, we have these times for rest. Like I had a business partner who was the opposite. The winter was the best time for him. But the summertime, that was the time it was a good resting, taking a holiday for him. So at that special time, he wanted to rest, I wanted to work. So it's all about cycles. In the market cycles, it's about business cycles, it's about your own cycles. If you know your own cycles well, that gives you an opportunity, an edge compared to other people in the market. Okay, I made up predictions that on Bitcoin, USD, on Bitfinex, we would get an early week drop closer to $400. We got down to $4,000. We got down to $4,057. Then we made a prediction later we would go up closer to towards the $4,300. We got to $4,208. So we got we were there at the same page with this Bitcoin. Then I made a prediction that we would go up closer to the $1,300. We got $2 away from it, so it was very close. And I made a prediction that on silver we would go to $15.93. We got 5 cents away from it, so it was very close. So on commodities, well, it was a good week, but on the stock markets, not that great. Something to remember from this video is that times are changing. People want their power back. In France, in the United States, in Great Britain, in Germany, here in Finland, in many places, many countries, you can add on the list. And let's see what happens in the market, considering when the people want their power back. And remember your own cycles as well. You need to take them into consideration when you are making financial decisions as well. So, hope you learned something new from this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.